Hey, it's David from the Melbourne Maker. Today I'm going to be making a step stool for my son, who's 1.5 years old, and I'll be making it out of pallets. I'm a novice at woodworking, but I'm teaching myself with the help of a ton of amazing woodworkers here on YouTube. I've always been interested in woodworking, but I've never really had the space, the time, or the knowledge to get started. The project itself is going to be relatively simple. However, it's going to involve a whole heap of techniques that I've only seen and not actually done before. So I'm certainly going to learn a few things, and hopefully I can share them with you as well. So this is all the timber we managed to salvage from those 6 pallets. This haul will last us far more than this project today, but let's start milling it all down to usable stock, and hopefully this step stool we're trying to make for my son somehow just kind of comes together. Alright, so now that we have a straight edge on all the pallet boards, we now need to cut them down to a consistent thickness. I've worked out that with all these random boards, we can get a minimum of 2 full strips of each at 40mm. In freedom units, that's about quarter of an eagle. Then, once that's done, we'll give them a quick plane to give us nice contact edges ready for a glue up. I've made a mess. Alright, new day out in the garage. It is freezing out today. So what we're going to do is use all those 40mm planks that we milled down and glue them into a slab. We're limited to about a 300mm width slab with our planer, so we're going to do a little under that, and we'll use this slab as the top piece for our nice little step stool. Anyway, let's get to it. Now we have the leg pieces rough cut to size, we need to flatten these warp boards. They're all cut and twisted, so to fix that we can use the plane again, but this time using a simple sled to give us a straight edge for the thickness of the reference off. We simply place each board on the sled, give it a bit of a rock to see how it moves, then lightly chock under the board so it's stable and doesn't flex. Once the board's solid, we hot glue it and the wedges into place and run it through the thicknesser taking shallow passes. Now, this can be very time consuming, so much so that one starts to see why more people don't use this so-called free wood. Doing each board individually drives me insane, so if anyone knows a quicker way to do this, please let me know in the comments. And yes, you are correct, I am working on the floor. No, it's not ideal, but hey, you work with what you have, and currently I have a garage where I park cars and store crap. Hopefully, over the next few months and years, I'll share with you all the journey of me both learning how to do this whole woodworking thing, as well as making this into a workshop. Now, this just needs to happen before my knees and back give up. So to see this journey and learn from my failures along the way, hit that subscribe button and make me a happy lad. Cheers. Alright, now that first one's finally done, it's back to the planing. Alright, so I think I've changed my mind. This is the problem of doing things not entirely planned. I'm putting together the framing, right? And I'm cutting it all down, and I don't like the way the ratios really, I don't like the ratios. So we're gonna go back, split all of these down the guts, glue them together so they're a bit thicker. My original plan was to have them thick side facing out, but they're a bit too thick and it looks stupid, so I'm gonna make, basically, if I veneer them together, make some square legs basically. I think that's gonna end up maybe visually looking a little bit nicer. Anyway, we'll see how we go. So let's get to cutting and gluing. So now I'm just cleaning up our leg pieces and giving everything a bit of a sand at this point. I've also decided to put a 45-degree chamfer along the top side of our slabs and a small roundover on the underside with my palm router. Hopefully this makes it look just a bit more professional. Then all that's left to do is cut the legs down to their final dimensions, do some super basic joinery, and decide how we finish this. So apart from my workshop being a complete freaking mess, we've got the glue up all done, reasonably happy with how they've come together. Most of the joints are a little bit loose, But overall, really, nothing a bit of sanding, a bit of glue and a bit of sawdust won't fix. So let's see how they come up. Alright, so now we use a damp cloth just to wet these down a little bit. That'll pull the grain up and then we can give it one last lot of sanding. So I've just realised I've messed up. Not a major one, thankfully. However, what I should have done is before I glued these bad boys up, I should have pre-drilled my holes to secure the top in place. Because now, unfortunately, I can't countersink these. So anyway, we're gonna just roll with it. Anyway, we'll be fine. Mandatory drill check. After 3 coats of the white stain and varnish, I've finally got the whitewash look I was after. Now to just fit it all together, test it out, and see if my little man likes it. Well, here it is. 100% recycled timber from pallets. Now this is my first piece of furniture I've made since I was in school, and personally I love how it's come out. The real test, however, is will my son like it? Yep, it's a winner. You gonna get up? You gonna get on your stool? Mister, you gonna get on your stool? You gonna get on your stool? What's on the bench? What's on the bench? Is there something up there?